An inquiry this weekend from somebody who was interested in coding audio files, some telephone interviews that he had conducted and wanted to code them directly from audio. So we thought we'd put up a little tutorial on coding media files generally, audio, video or images, and indeed you can transcribe within NVivo as well and synchronize the text of your transcript with your audio file. In this example first of coding an audio, we're going to use a non-transcribed audio that I've imported into the standard tutorial that comes with NVivo, the environmental project. And you can see that importing Peter, it's the same process as importing a transcript. It's a very simple process, and there's a video already on the site demonstrating this. So Peter's now imported, and we're going to open him up for coding. So this is what an audio file looks like when you open it. And of course, because we're coding, we're going to switch into nodes. We can have them in a flat or hierarchical structure depending on my analytical plan. And I'm now ready to code. I can use the standard media toolbar here, or the right mouse, or indeed the key commands, F7 to start or to play and pause, and F8 to stop. F11 to start selecting something for coding as I'm listening, and F12 to stop the selection for coding as I'm listening. That doesn't stop the tape. So we're going to start off by playing Peter. He will play in the background, so I'm going to have to talk over him. And then we'll select a piece and we'll code it to a node I've created here called audio test. So let's start the process.
Just a few more pictures.
So Peter is now playing. Let's imagine we're listening away and something interesting comes up on the tape. So we can either press F11 to start selection or start the selection this way. And now it's selecting that piece of audio or indeed video for coding. I'm going to just move the dialogue up a little bit here so we've got a decent piece of audio to demonstrate with. And let's imagine now that this is the end of the segment that I want to code, so I'm going to finish the selection, although the tape will continue to run. And in fact, I'll now pause or stop the tape. And this piece in blue is the audio segment that I've selected for coding. It's the same as highlighting a piece of text in a transcript. And then I simply drag and drop to my audio test node and it's coded. I can equally use the right mouse and I can code the selection at existing nodes, for example, and I can cherry pick from my list this or several nodes that I want to code in one click to, and the same thing. And you can't duplicate content in a node, so I can code this as often as I want. It's only going to be there once. You'll find yourself probably testing the node when you're not used to NVivo and checking to see is the actual content there, but you can see it's coded, and the bit in white is the segment that we've actually coded. So if I play the segment in the node, if I press play on the toolbar or right mouse play, it'll play just the piece that's coded. So I can listen in this node to all of my themes. I just stopped it there with a keyboard. And just to wrap, before we wrap up on coding media files, you can of course synchronize your transcript with your media file. If I go back to my sources and I open up an interview that's been transcribed, this is effectively a focus group because it's with 2 people. You can see it's been transcribed verbatim here. I can play a segment or it all sequentially, and more importantly I can code a segment. So I'm just going to stop the tape there for a second, and I'm going to go back to my nodes and I'm going to take this segment that we've just watched and I'm going to code that to my node, and that's now also coded. But not only has it coded the video, but it's taken and synchronized the corresponding text. So I can have a piece of text that's coded and I get the corresponding video, or I can code the video and I get the corresponding text. That means, for example, I can text search video or audio files and code them. So coding media files, images with the text associated, audio or video which has been transcribed or not, is exactly the same process as you would have hitherto used to code a regular transcript. There's absolutely no difference whatsoever.